How do you come up with those core values? Is there any tricks to, or do you have any advice on getting to those core values, those things that you really that you believe in, that you stand by?
So I believe that they are like one of my core values is I believe in my community. So I will prioritize my community over myself. I want to see the benefit of not just myself but other people, and I want to be a benefit to them. So that is a core value of me. I'm a Christian. I believe in the Bible. I've had a relationship with Jesus Christ for close to 10 years. Actually, over 10 years now that I think about it. And that's my set of principles. I'm not saying you have to be a Christian, but you should have some sort of belief system, and you need to study it, and you need to back up why you believe what you believe and why it's important to you, and how it drives you forward.
Yeah, there is there's a lot of importance when it comes to aligning your values with your employees,
Yeah.
and it's a lot easier if you can kind of figure out at the beginning, what are your values, what do you believe in, kind of a thing. Do you have any advice on hiring when it comes to finding the right people for your company and bringing them in to make sure that you all match? That way, there's not a point later on down the road where and whether they're religious values. I mean, obviously, you're not expecting all of your employees to have the exact same religious values. That's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking
Right.
about like those true core values, whatever they may be. Is there a way of figuring out what those are early on? That way, down the road, you don't have some sort of conflict that says, well, they kind of go one way with it, you go another way in it, and you're sticking with your values, but it's sort of against their values. So, any way of trying to figure that out at the beginning?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I would say ask. Just
Oh,
get clear. And I mean, I advocate for putting your core values, maybe not explicitly stated, but weaving them into the actual job description. Like at our firm, we believe in XYZ thing, client service, transparency, putting the client first, something of that nature, or if that's important to you, or excellent work product. And we have standards to back that up, and you can maybe talk about that a bit, about like what your checks and balances, your quality control uh, procedures look like within your firm. And that's a great way to get that conversation started. I would say you need to just be thinking about it. A lot of people don't think about it. They look at the resume, they look at skills and experience. Some people, they level up a little bit and they look at culture fit, personality. Good on you if you're doing that. But you might be somebody who's a great culture fit. You might have a all the skills and experience necessary to perform well at that firm. But if your long-term goals don't align with the firm, if you want to be partner in 3 years and that's never ever going to happen at the firm, like that's not a good long-term fit. You're not going to stay there long term. You might be very successful in a role for 2, 3 years, and then you're going to move to some place that can accommodate those long-term goals better, or you're going to go do your own thing. And that's really the big hurdle that law firms are up against, is how do you manage and retain talent? And how do you get people that are aligned with the mission and vision of your firm, and are going to serve your clients at a high level, and you can invest in and train and enhance their skills, and not have them leave one day. I run into so many lawyers and they say, well, I don't want to get employees because I'm afraid they're going to leave. They're going to take a bunch of cases. And it's a valid concern. I mean, that's a big concern. Uh, but you have to figure out how to do it if you want to grow.
yeah, I think that definitely is. I was just talking to an attorney in court, Tom Durfee. He's just launching his firm July 1st, so it's kind of exciting time. And we were kind of talking about leaving his current firm and what they're supposed to do with cases and everything. And it's kind of interesting thing. Luckily, him leaving his firm, it's very amiable relationship
Mm.
that they have, which is fantastic. But it's not always that way.